morning, guys. It is Friday morning and I've been up for like 2 hours. I really slept in today again, but I think I've been needing that. I'm in a much better mood today, so much better mood. I spent the 2 days here really working on taking care of what is making me sad, kind of figuring out what is making me sad, how to think about it, how to figure all of those things out. So I started my morning actually doing stuff, or I actually started the first couple of like 15-20 minutes drinking coffee and watching YouTube. But after those 15-20 minutes, I kind of realized that I can't sit here all day. I've come to the point where I get very restless from that. So I took my iPad into the coffee room and I sat down to do some work while having the iPad and the YouTube on in background with the iPad. And I think that has helped, because one of the issues I've been having, I feel that I've been having when I've been sitting in there, is that I want to have something to listen to or watch while I'm working. But because I have 2 screens and I'm used to using both screens, kind of moving things back and forth between them, very often I found myself kind of covering up the YouTube or the streaming service that I was using, and that kind of broke my concentration and I had a hard time kind of figuring out what to do. So today I put in my iPad into the craft room. Christopher's in there. It's Friday, so he's working from home, so that's why I came out here to vlog, because I don't want to disturb him while he is working. So I have written together the blog post and I have gotten all the affiliate links for the craft video fixed. One of the things is I have added a new affiliate to my kind of roundup of stuff. I realized that some of the products that I'm buying from the craft shop here in Sweden, Simon Says Stamp doesn't carry them, and Simon Says Stamp has been kind of the main affiliate that I've been working with for the past few years. I added My Favorite Things about 6 months ago, and then I kind of realized I need something. I do have Amazon, but some people want to buy craft supplies from craft stores, and there's this scrapbooking.com. I've seen it around a lot of people say super nice things about it, so I decided, well, I'm going to see if I can get an affiliate with them, and I have. So I am now also adding links for that. So I had to set all of that up this morning, and it's all set up and done, and I think I have finished the kind of link up. I'm gonna go through it once more to see if there's any products that I should add to it, and then I'm all ready to go to move everything into the blog tools and everything. I write my blog posts in Pages, the software Pages, on my Mac. I have found that it's much easier for me to kind of get a better overlook over kind of just the text in Pages, because when I work in Pages, the only 2 things I think about is the text and the paragraphing, so basically just separating the different text into different pieces, while when I'm working in the kind of vlog, the online blog thing for WordPress, I also start thinking about the layout and images and all of those things, and that kind of hinders my text flow. So I go into Pages, and also Pages have a really good translation and stuff like that, so I can kind of figure that out. I've been thinking about getting something like Grammarly, but I don't know if I need that. But yeah, so that is my morning. I'm going to go in, put in all the blog posts, upload the video and all of those things. With everything else done, that should merely be copy pasting mostly, so it shouldn't take that much time. And that feels really nice to get this done in the morning, because then I feel like I have done something in the morning. So however the rest of the day kind of ends up being, at least have done that. So really good way to start off the morning for me. And I'm on my second cup of coffee. I'm skipping breakfast today. It's not a good thing, but I just realized that I haven't had breakfast, and Christopher is probably going to have a lunch meeting, so we are going to eat an early lunch, and that is going to be the dinner we had yesterday because we took the doggy bags home because it was super easy. So I'm gonna have a chicken salad with olives and peppers and chicken, of course. I think it's cheese in it. Shouldn't have cheese, but I think it's cheese in it, and some cucumbers. It's actually pretty good, really good. But yeah, good morning guys. I hope you have an awesome day and have a coffee or tea or chocolate or whatever is your favorite drink, and make this morning a great morning. So I had my lunch, which was a chicken salad, or the leftovers of a chicken salad. It didn't look so good, so I didn't want to show you that, but it was actually really good to eat. So I'm all full in my little tummy. I had some orange juice also, so I'm ready to go. I think I'm gonna brew myself some coffee for like an afternoon coffee. And I've done all the kind of extra pieces around any kind of video launch that I do, which is getting all the Facebook posts and Instagram posts and all of those things out. Apparently I thought I didn't promote a brand. When you do Facebook posts, you have to think about which group or which companies that Facebook group is related to, because many groups are that. There are a few like Stamp Junkies, who doesn't really have sponsors in the way that you can't just use anything, and then you have groups that are kind of driven by companies, like the My Favorite Things group or Make It Crafty group, and then you have groups like Passionate Paper Creations, which is a sponsored group, where when you are posting, there are different rules in all these groups. In the sponsored group, you only can kind of promote the sponsored images. You're allowed to share anything, but you're not allowed to write in your text about a company that doesn't sponsor the group. And the same thing in like a company group like the Make It Crafty or My Favorite Things group. You can have other stamps together on that project that you are sharing, but it should mainly be stamps or images or chipboard or like materials from the company which the group is for. So a card I do with the Make It Crafty supplies, I won't be sharing on in My Favorite Things, even when I'm using like a sentiment stamp for My Favorite Things or something like that, because it's just that sentiment that is from the company, and the card as a whole has nothing to do with it. I don't feel comfortable doing that. But in groups like the Stamp Junkies, you usually can post most things. However, they do not want sponsored posts. Like, don't write your post as a commercial, basically. It's pretty important to think about that. And I did the card that I posted today. I used the 3D Gloss Gel by Prima, and I wrote 3D Gloss Gel, and I didn't think that it's kind of such a specific product. So I got a notice from the group and said, hey, you probably should reword your post or we have to take it down. So I went in and I kind of reworded it in like, I used the gel paste because that's what I used. Because the whole thing was, I had a question in it asking if you had used gel paste too. So you have to fix those things and think about those things. So there is a little bit like an overhead when it comes to posting on social media overall. When I post on my Instagram or I post on my own blog, I can use any kind of companies and names and stuff. Still try to make it presentable in a good way so that if a company kind of comes over my blog and looks at it, they kind of like it because I am professional about it. But if I post anywhere else, I have to think about what I'm actually putting into it. Like this card was also a Make It Crafty blog card, so I posted it on the Make It Crafty blog, so that in that post I can't mention other companies. So I have to write 2 different blog posts. Usually write the same blog post, but I just kind of reword certain sentences so that it fits better. But it makes it easier to do that. But yeah, so it's a little bit of those things, but it was nice to get it up and done. Yeah, it is evening and the day just flew by, totally flew by. Me and Christopher went over to Mall Scandinavia, got some food, and I picked up some elastics for the case for my Midori. I've been looking around in small stores all over Sweden. I haven't found any Midori kind of cases, so I decided to make one my own. And the reason why I actually got going on getting those things was because I needed a handbag and I decided to make my own. So I thought I'd show you my handbag and then I'm gonna head to bed. So I'm not completely done. I am actually missing the thing you have over your shoulder strap, that's the word. So that is missing. So it is done out of cotton fabric. So just simple cotton fabric. It's actually the same cotton fabric that I have for my cross stitch frames. So when I found this, because I love this fabric, it's like a dragon scale with a little bit of gold on, and I thought it was super cool, so I actually picked up a couple more pieces of that fabric. Last time I was on the kind of craft convention, and this is, I think I have 1 piece left now, and I think I'm going to use it for the cover of my little calendar. But anyhow, it's all my own design. I just kind of fiddle and figure things out. I reflected over that I probably should have made it completely different from the beginning, really, but I finished it off and it actually works, so I don't have to. So yeah, it has a flap. So far I haven't anything to put the flap on. I think I might put some yeah, loops. This this is one of those you can put, oh, so yeah, something like this that stucks. I don't remember what it's called. Anyhow, I maybe put that at the top. I don't want to use magnets because I'm worried that my credit cards or my mobile phones will be affected by a too strong magnet. I know that people have a lot of magnets, but I don't know, it's just a worry. But yeah, so I have that little flap and you can just flap it up. As I said, I'm going to do the strap tomorrow. I did the strap holders here, which have this zigzag pattern. You want to see the other one because that one is more even. I started it in the wrong angle on the other side, but it's such a small part you can't see it. Then I wanted to pop up color on the inside, so I made it this kind of dark green teal sort of color. I made small pockets. I don't know if I made them too deep or too deep in, but that's okay. So I made pockets on that side, which I just added a really slight piece of the same black fabric just to tie that in. And I did the same thing on the other side.
and then I put in a little bit of a zipper. So yeah, that is the little handbag I did today. I also wanted to have, I didn't have a nice golden fabric, but I had this silver fabric that has a little bit of like glitter to it also, so I decided to add that as a little detail. It's not perfect, but it's my bag and it was fun. It was a lot of fun to actually do this. I actually really love creating fabric stuff. I very rarely use a pattern when I do it. I kind of just fiddle with the sizes. It's just like boxes. They have like a standard thing, and then you do it. You have to do calculations and think in 3D, and I really like doing that. It's a lot of fun. I am exhausted, and it took a couple of hours to make that, and as I said, I still need to finish off the strap. I have cut it out and I have added a little bit of foam to it, so all of the black pieces have actually a very thin iron-on foam, or I don't know any words right now because I'm tired, but kind of backing, a little bit of dimensional backing basically. I do that because I wanted it to have a little bit more oomph, but I still don't want it to be super hard. So I made this little mini bag as a handbag. I can fit my camera, my cards, my mobile phones, and my asthma medication, and my sunglasses, and that is basically what I need to fit in that bag. If I need a little bit of medication, I can put that too, but I wanted to have a smaller bag, and I think I said it to you. I've had one of these older over-the-shoulder fabric bags with a little bit more of a hardware fabric, which have worked on the outside, but on the inside, the kind of inside part of it has just fallen apart. But it also was one of those really low-end bags which you can find mostly like souvenir shops and stuff. I have found it on one of these places where you can buy all vegetables and stuff in the middle of Stockholm. However, I found the same brand of bag in Greece, in one of those stores that are by the beach basically. So maybe not a souvenir shop, but where you can buy overpriced t-shirts and stuff with prints of the name of the town and stuff like that. Anyhow, that bag, it has been falling apart bit by bit for about a year, so I decided I wanted a new bag, and that is my new bag. I'm hoping to get the band done tomorrow, and then I have a new handbag, and I'm really happy about it. But yeah, I'm going to head to bed. As you have heard, I'm super exhausted, so I can hardly speak. But I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite.